Somehow, Dash Rendar returned.
There are 4 service panels to this facility. Xizor's package is Skyhook in orbit. You can place pulse bombs on each of them.
I couldn't have been timed better! I can't believe it!
So yeah, welcome to episode 9 of Shadows of the Empire. Somehow, hopefully, just as much of a shit show as episode 9 of the actual Star Wars franchise.
Last episode of Dash Rendar was the shit show, thank you.
Oh my god, and we got covered in it, my friends. Oh, somehow air has returned to my lungs after that. He told us beforehand that he was not going to tell us what he was going to do, and thank God he didn't. Thank you, Crow. Holy shit, I needed to laugh. Oh my god. Get
And
those
thank you,
IG-88s!
Oscar. Yep, and thank you, Oscar Isaac, for letting your soul leave your body on screen for that goddamn line of somehow returned.
I just want to say that I like that the door that goes to Sheezor's toilet right there opened like a sphincter.
That actually is what we just came out of, isn't it? Wait, we've just emerged from that. That is one of the last things that I remember seeing of the original LP, because after that I devolved into a fugue state watching Dash Rendar run around and bonk into things. But, see, in the meantime, I remember that joke about you crawling out of a toilet hole. That thing was his pet, in the toilet, and we just murdered it.
Also, yeah, I suppose it is very appropriate that Sheezor has all of these like sphincter-shaped doors in his Happy
Yeah,
Fun
there's
Time
sphincter doors.
Nightmare
Look at
Palace
it.
because
It's like
because basically the man already lives up his own asshole to begin with. So yeah, this is just on brand for him.
Sheezor, he is a gaping anus.
Xizor, yeah.
I'm really.
He's the goatsy of Star Wars.
I'm just glad you're blowing away these knockoff IG-88s. They're not even attacking you. They look like crash test dummies. Sally, go ahead. No, Sally, go ahead. I said crash test dummies.
Oh yeah, these are all the. But yeah, no, these are all the stupid droids they added to Mos Eisley in the special edition.
Look out, we're gonna get copyright claim
from Shadows of the Empire. Are you fucking with me?
Oh, you're fucking with Dash. Oh, well, never mind. Somehow Dash has returned.
Dash ain't nothing to fuck with.
I love the little full body head shake that these dudes do when they hit you with.
You hit them and they do the limbo.
Yeah, you clothesline them. It's like a WWE move, especially when you run into them like that. You just bonk into them and they fall over.
I have it on good authority that Dash Rendar loves wrestling.
Oh, he absolutely does, to the point he participates. Often, frequently.
Yep. In his underwear, no less.
I mean, he does most things in his underwear. I'm glad he just decided to wear pants for this mission.
No, this is his underwear. This is a onesie he's wearing. A onesie with shoulder pads.
You're actually right. I had never considered that it's just blue and the leather, and then the shoulder pads.
He calls it a flight suit. What was it? Dr. Venture from the Venture Brothers says it's a speed suit.
Oh my god.
That's also, I suppose it is appropriate that we're bringing up Dash's wrestling career over Sheezor's Palace because it is playing his entrance theme music right now. Or well, it was, but then the music fucking stopped.
Well, it was
Fuck
appropriate.
You, Shadows of the Empire.
It was appropriate that we were talking about it more than anything. We didn't even know it.
Yeah, the soundtrack in the PC game doesn't loop as well. It's a difference between it and the N64.
That's one of those things that fascinates me about this LP, is that it's like the LP of Theseus, this thing. It's magnificent. It's wonderful what you've managed to do with Dash Rendar, and I actually mean that. Feel free to, if you feel like it, flash on the screen here all of the weird mods and shit that you've had me and Crow on for that have absolutely nothing to do with Shadows of the Empire, but everything to do with Dash Rendar trying to sneak into a vent set to chicken on a raft.
Oh, that's one. Oh, there's another one.
Dash Rendar,
oh god, remember that
chicken
one?
on a raft. Oh! It's one of my fondest LP memories, because breaking the medium is one of the weirdest, funnest things that you can do. And this LP is the weirdest, funnest way to do it. What's with that weird mouse hole? Is a goddamn gonk gonna come out of there?
No, rockets come out of it.
Yeah, that's just a blaster thing that Xizor has in his hallways that, like, he pushes a button and just like the panel opens up and it just blows the shit out of someone.
Ah, so it's Star
this-
Wars, so nothing interesting happens.
So CJacobs,
this-
I just want you to know that this is Sheezor's house. He lives here.
Yeah, like this. And it's a fucking death trap. And of course, it's a death trap of his own design because he loves to have a challenge. Just getting
Oh.
around his own fucking apartment.
That was a pretty cool FOV. Would have been neat
Grind
if you
set,
could have done
mindset.
the whole game with that labyrinthian FOV.
Oh no, it would be painful. There's also the cinematic point of view. The cinematic point of view, which I think I showed off at some point a little later on. I may have shown off earlier, but it just has you seen from random like third person angles or like fourth person. Like sometimes
you
the
did, I
camera's in the
believe.
roof. It's like the Resident Evil 2 camera, but like randomly generated. Terrible.
Yeah, the thing about the cinematic point of view regarding Star Wars is that Star Wars is fucking garbage and it is not cinema.
So, Crow, you've just touched on something I would not have even thought of if you hadn't just mentioned it. This is a goddamn Star Wars game, and the cinematics fucking suck? What in the world? I've been on 9 episodes of this Let's Play, and I had not considered that this has the goddamn cinematic masterpiece of goddamn, I don't know, name your favorite CG cartoon from the 90s. It's not Beast Wars or Reboot, because those are actually good, I found out.
What is that? Insectors?
Shadow Raiders.
Shit, you actually have so many favorites. There are so many good examples. All right, fine.
I was gonna say,
they look like Xavier Renegade Angel then.
I was gonna say, I said the joke version that was actually kind of good. You said the legitimately good one in Sectors.
I thought mine was the joke version. It's like this weird Quebecois monstrosity of like ants shooting rainbows at each other.
Correction, it's a weird, legitimately French monstrosity of ants shooting rainbows
Was it
at
actually
each
French?
other.
I thought it was. I just assumed
It
every
was,
animated show during the 90s was
it-
Canadian made in somehow, shape, or form.
No, it straight up came from Canal Plus.
Oh.
So yeah, it was legitimate French.
Well,
Can I ask
egg on
you-
my face.
And then it
Sacré
somehow
bleu.
got two English dubs. One of them a UK one, which was absolutely terrible, and the other one the American one, which was actually really good.
Can I ask you simultaneously? About this subject and Sheezor's house? Why does he have
yeah.
ceilings that are made of blood, Alma Wade from Fear style? Is he trying to seduce people that way with his intimidating blood ceilings?
Well, at least he's trying to seduce Leia. Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
he
so
goes through
this
this
is when
hallway to get
Leia-
to the kitchen.
Yeah,
This is his coffee grinder.
Oh god, yeah. This is after Leia has basically kneed him in the balls and just destroyed him sexually, right?
I was gonna say, so he's become a eunuch at this point. And he's trying to make you into one.
Well, he's not being
This is, I
castrated,
assume,
she's
what he
kneed
did
him, so
beforehand.
his balls have they're in his body now. He needs to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Also,
The
have
space
you
hospital.
seen? Yeah. Have you seen Sheezor in general? That man is never getting laid. There's a reason why Guri is a fucking robot. It's because she can't say no to him.
I mean, Sheezor doesn't seem like a man who has any kind of friends, let alone human friends. He doesn't seem capable of having friends or a personality of any kind.
Like
Sheezor
literally,
is
like,
horrible in every
yeah,
way.
Literally, like I said, the only person who is friends with him is Guri, and that's because she's programmed to be friends with him. And even then, she finally kicks his ass to the curb and becomes a proper person, independent of him after he dies.
Guri getting free of Xizor and actually able to have her own life is actually like one of the best endings of Shadows of the Empire. Not Dash Rendar, but like Guri in Soat evolution, like freeing herself. That's the happy ending.
To be fair, pretty much any ending for a Star Wars character is better than having to do this for the rest of their days as an adventurer until they turn into a spirit ghost or something like that. I have noticed a severe lack, oh, very nice, my friend, of pickups in this part of the level. This is a hard part of the goddamn game. We have not really talked about it at all other than mentioning Sheezor's coffee grinder, but goddamn, his magical grinding wheelhouse.
I would be curious, like, CJacobs, as someone who's never played this game, you're just watching me platform this bullshit. What do you think of all this? Like, we haven't commented on it. Crow and I did this in the N64 version, but this is new to you.
Oh, this is wonderful. I told them before the start of the video that this is about where experience with the game ends. And so seeing the game suddenly decide, hey, remember when this was a platforming game? Oh yeah, we're gonna have you do that now. Get ready for some expert obstacles to see if you remember. It's like, whoa, game, your pace is so weird.
I love the beautiful, lovingly rendered 3 frames per second the game drops to as the quote-unquote PC version struggles to keep up with those gigantic, slowly rotating gears in that hallway for no reason.
Visually, it's pretty awesome. I love the claustrophobia that you feel just flying around here, like up and down as Dash Rendar, like with just these gears in front of you and behind you. Oh, see? Barely a single pillar to use for cover from these weird laser droids that Luke Skywalker was able to deflect lasers from blindfolded. Thanks, Dash. Way to go. What a hero.
Oh yeah, like, playing this level as a child on the N64 was an absolute fucking nightmare, especially, like, again, because of the awkward platforming, the jetpack, the N64 draw distance fog covering everything up, and the fact that, like, everything looks the goddamn same in this level, so there's no real reference points when you get into places like this.
That's
I
pretty
just want to
sick
say that the
dude
hardest
fell all the way
difficulty
down.
of this game is the controller.
Yep.
I was going to say the hardest difficulty is enduring the protagonist, but that's a good second answer.
So,
Han Solo,
by
I'm
the-
way cooler than that guy.
I was gonna say, by the way, at this point in the Shadows of the Empire novel, the real story of what's going on here, Luke and Leia and Lando are having a gunfight in a very narrow hallway with Sheezor and Guri, and it's like, you remember that scene at the end of, like, The Naked Gun, where, like, Leslie Nielsen and the bad guy are literally trying to shoot around, like, a dumpster
Yes, exactly.
at each other?
Pretty much.
It is that scene, and then it's ended by Lando just popping open a garbage chute, tossing a thermal detonator in, and everybody running.
So that reminds me, and I got to tell this to CJacobs before I get any further. In
Feel
that
free.
same scene, Sheezor, like, it's his point of view, and he mentions looking down the hallway, and he spies like Leia, Luke, Lando, and some scruffy-looking guy he doesn't know. It's Dash
Oh-ho!
Rendar, right?
Yeah!
So Xizor-
we gotta mention!
Exactly. Sheezor has no
Bombs are
fucking
set,
clue.
And Luke has found Princess Leia.
There we
Just
go.
find a way out.
There we go. Just got to get out of here. So Xizor has no fucking clue who Dash Rendar is. Hold that in your mind. You only got to hold on to it for a minute or two, but just remember that. That's from the book.
It kind of strikes me as Fifth Element style, where like,
It
oh,
very
did you
much
know the
is.
protagonist and the villain never
Yep.
meet?
Very much.
Fascinating.
So remember that.
Very
hold that in
fascinating.
your mind.
So yeah, this holds true in the N64 version, but the PC version, again, we'll see how that goes, but basically, like...
So something I hadn't considered here is that the lasers, Dash just kind of like unzips his fly when you go into first person. That aim point is very odd. I mean, like, I know it's where he's actually holding his gun if you look at him, but it just kind of looks like he's got an STD of some kind and he's inflicting it on the troopers.
In first person, he
To be
shoots
fair, these
like
are sick. I love the
Shevchenko.
design of these troopers. Hey, I want to point out, this game has had like every kind of clone trooper that I've ever seen in Star Wars. Every color of trooper is here, and it's pretty sick, actually. I'd buy action figures of all these if I were like
Oh, yeah,
14.
The red dudes, I think, are like actual Black Sun troopers. So this
Yeah.
is Sheezor's private army that we were basically mowing
Yeah,
down.
they sold
they're like a
toys in this,
Brotherhood
though. Like, if you
outcast.
want Shadows of the Empire action figures, they're out there.
I mean, I'm sure they cost hundreds from scalpers, especially the absolute most valuable Dash Rendar himself. Or Lebo.
I've got proof that that's wrong, but anyway.
Cutscene time.
Captain Rendar, you have been a persistent thorn in my side, not to mention a most disruptive, uninvited guest of my
Pretty honorable to call him Captain
I
Rendar.
apologize that I am unable to give you a guided tour, as I have more pressing matters to attend to at my Skywalk. However,
Neck massage.
I remain a gracious host and leave you in the company of my favorite gladiator droids. I hope you find him as entertaining as I have over the years.
Look out, it's Ed 208.
Remember in the book, he's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" In the PC version,
so
it's like, "Nice
that whole
to meet
thing where
you,
he immediately
Captain
addressed
Rendar."
him as Captain Dash Rendar, where he called you Captain Dash Rendar. This game actually deemed him the title of Captain Dash Rendar. Lebo must be facepalming both metal hands right now like, I pilot the ship!
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, so the real version of that cutscene basically would be Dash storming into the gladiator den, screaming for Sheezor, Sheezor popping in over like the hollow projector going, who the fuck are you? I don't care, die, and then hanging up
What do you
on
think
him.
of this boss,
Seriously, that would have almost been better. That would have almost been better, given that the boss seems to... Oh, it doesn't give up that easily. Oh, that was far too easy. I like that.
Yep, multi-phase boss battle, baby.
Very
Alright, so
cool.
Alright, tell me you are whipping out the disruptor for
No,
this
not
one,
yet.
right?
I'm whipping it out, all right. Oh, this is awesome.
I'm
I
gonna
love the
show off
labyrinth
pro
that you
tier
can run
strat.
around.
Check out this strategy, CJacobs. This is how you beat the boss. This is like pro dash maneuver. This is how Dash gets it done. This is why Dash Rendar is the best. Han Solo's got nothing on Dash Rendar because of this tactic.
This is literally how you beat Slave 1 too. Just get underneath it and blow the shit out of it. Or, sorry, this is how you beat Boba Fett's ship.
It is entirely Sheezor's fault for leaving a hole in the defenses of his robot. Entirely Sheezor's fault on that one. IG-88 all over again. It is all in the design, baby. You reduced it to a head.
Okay, so now peep this shit.
I'm gonna nuke it. Let's use the nuke.
Oh my god, it's still alive! This is the best boss ever! Oh! BFG that motherfucker!
BFG myself.
Mutually assured destruction!
Yeah, so the disruptor is so powerful it hurts you too.
No,
This
I think
game
I was
is
just
awesome.
getting lasered by the gladiator. I don't think it hurts me.
Aw.
I like to imagine that Dash Rendar is already thoroughly irradiated.
Well, that was an awesome third phase of that fight. Too bad I couldn't see what the fuck was going on.
Your player name. Oh, I have no idea how to end it. That's great.